now we're gonna instigate this. Oh, it's nighttime. She's now asleep. So let's instigate the rising of the sun. Actually, I did actually see the moon actually move faster while that cutscene was going on. So the sun does move in this place, but doesn't at the same time. Please make my cuckoo happy, okay? Oh, sure. Here, it's happy. Oh, your cuckoo looks pretty happy. He must have awakened an extremely lazy guy. You're a good cuckoo keeper. I'll give you a rare, valuable, shiny one if you're interested. Its name is Kokiri, and it used to be my brother's cuckoo. Its blue body is quite charming. It's so cute. Since my brother has gone, it's strange, but Kokiri has stopped crowing. Do you want to keep Kokiri? Sure, why not? Now let's start this quest off proper. You returned the pocket cuckoo and got Kokiri in return. Unlike other cuckoos, Kokiri rarely crows. Well, that's unfortunate. It's a cuckoo that's depressed. So I say we try to make it happier. Because we're going to instigate this quest now. Now on the Twitch side of things, you'll be seeing this all in its raw form. But probably during the post-upload, I'll probably be cutting out the sequences that are not timed. Because this trading side quest can be a little tedious. Because some parts do have a time limit attached to them. And most likely you will not be able to get to the destination where that item needs to be in the allotted time if you do not have Epona with you. So this is the reason why you should go get Epona as early as possible. Because now we have the means of actually completing this quest before we even get to the... There's a lot of things you can do before actually getting to the Forest Temple that we're doing right now. Because I want to get the biggoron sword. That is our main goal right now. The biggoron sword is a two-handed weapon, and it is very, very powerful. But we have to see what's happening in the Kokiri Forest. Whoa! There's a man. They grow big here in the forest, don't they? We have big Dekobabas and a lot of enemies in this place. What has happened here? Well, hopefully we'll clear this up soon. If we get to the Forest Temple, we'll certainly clear up what's going on here. Let's go. Oh, we want to go this way. And Kokiri actually crowed. We come back this way. There's a guy here. No response. He's sleeping. Well, let's wake him up. Kokiri? Why? Normally only a nice guy like me could tame you. Which means you must be a nice guy. Must be. You must be. Please, Mr. Nice Guy, please. Deliver this stuff to the old pag at the potion shop in Kakariko Village. This will disappear if it takes too long, so you've gotta hurry. Sure. You got an odd mushroom. It looks like the one from A Link to the Past. A fresh mushroom like this is sure to spoil quickly. Take it to the Kakariko Potion Shop quickly. We have 3 minutes. Now, you might be thinking, well, can't you warp? Well, we don't have any warp songs right now. But, as it turns out, and for whatever reason, we'll be learning warp songs later on. If you do this side quest after you're getting some of the warp songs, for whatever reason, if you warp with those songs, your time limit will go almost immediately to 0. So, when you're doing this trading quest, you have to travel across the land. And such. So we gotta book it. Epona, away! And Epona can be a little tricky too to control. As if she runs into a root of anything, she will immediately stop on the spot. Which is very annoying, to be fair. They're just like, the slight stub of a root of a tree is enough to stop the wild Epona. So let's get back over here. Stop! Come on, don't stop. There we go. The tricky part of getting off Epona is actually getting the prompt to actually stop. Because there are times where your sensitive time is there to actually get off opponent, because sometimes it could be it could be the reason you failed this quest in the first place. Now, if you do fail a timed section, all you have to do is go back to the starting point of where you got the item in question in the first place. Close till morning? No! We're not gonna do that. We're gonna have to. Sting said it's at nighttime now, but we're gonna have to do this the hard way. Come on, baby. We can do this. We got another minute to do this. Come on, baby. Oh, I can't jump from here. No! Oh, I'm gonna fail this, probably. Okay. We're gonna quickly do this. The hard... Wait, come on, baby. Can I lock onto this thing? No, I can't. Come on! I don't want to fail. This is so mad. So bad. Come on, time. Time song, please. We're gonna have to do this very, very quickly. I hate this. I hate when time does this. And I think if you do time to do it, good. The song does not restore your. Doesn't reduce the time back to 0. That's something new. Okay. Now we only have a short amount of time to do this than we had before. Kind of stinks that the shop closes at night. Oh, this is gonna be cutting it very, very close. Oh boy. Alright, let's do this. Come on. Into the back shop we go. Jump down here. We go back to this place back here. Come on, open the door. Open the door. There we go. Well, first we need to talk to the lady first. And she says you got something on her. What a mysterious smell. You must have something. And now we show her the mushroom. Good, we didn't lose it this time. That bum! He had to go into the forest! I see. Hey, give it to me now! Sure. I can't believe we actually didn't lose that. Oh, that was close. And you see that fool? Give this to him! It is the strongest medicine I ever produced. However, this potion will not work on a monster. So now we received an odd potion. You don't know what's going on between that lady and that guy, but take it to the Lost Woods. They say that there is no medicine that can cure a fool. I guess that's true. Well, I guess not. I don't know what's going on between those two, but whatever. Oh, come on, I can at least jump over this. Take the shortcut around. Alright, so... well, Twitch will see this. We'll probably... I'll have to... Let's do a bit of a cut for YouTube. And see you on the side when we get to the Lost Woods. Da-da-da-da, down the road! Because now we don't have a time limit for this. We can actually move forward with this. So, let's get on Epona here. Epona! Epona! Get on! I'm trying to get on you, please. There we go. Alright, let's move on. Come on! We're moving on in the world. Now, you might see that there's a red button. Or, I should have mentioned that earlier. I'll mention it after we get back to the YouTube side of things, too, as well. But, see, look at that. Epona just stopped for no reason, just because it was a hill. A steep drop of some kind. It's kind of annoying. And I think Breath of the Wild does that, too, to a certain degree, which is also kind of odd. But you see that big red button, that context-sensitive button up there. We don't have the means of using that yet, because while on Epona, you are technically invincible. So now that we're here, cutting back from Kakariko Village, we're now back in the Kokiri Forest, because this is where we got that mushroom from, that we almost lost due to basically the shift of time. I'll probably leave that little mess up I did of just of getting there by nighttime. It's like, oh, I can't enter the place. We get back into the Lost Woods again, and we go back over here, and oh, it's a Kokiri. That guy isn't here anymore. Anybody who comes into the forest will become lost. Everybody will become a Stalfos. Everybody, Stalfos, so he's not here anymore. Let's get... It looks like that can't be used here. Yes it can. It can be used right here. That guy isn't here anymore. Anybody who comes into the forest will be lost. That's why it's called the Lost Woods for a reason. But anyway, everyone will become a Stalfos. Everybody, Stalfos. So, he's not here anymore. Only his saw is left. Hehe. That medicine is made of the forest mushrooms. Give it back. Sure. And now you returned the odd potion and got the poacher's saw. The young punk guy must have left this behind. Hehe. Are you going to be too? Hehe. Sadly, if you follow the context of the lore of the game, in a later game, yeah, kinda are. But we'll get there when we get there. But it is true, the Lost Woods. If you do get lost in there, something that's enchanting the woods makes anyone become a Stalfos. We haven't seen Stalfoses yet, and we will soon. But you know. We'll see. Well, we'll get there when we get there. But we got the poacher's saw. And we're going to take this saw over to the Gerudo Desert. We are going to be making that trip there now. That's it. There again, there's another route hitting opponent right here. So again, the very slight touch to a drastic hill change causes the opponent to stop moving. It's very little awkward, to say the least. I see that I hit that hill, I hit that fence at an angle, and so opponent's like, nope, I can't make over it. And what you saw right there are big Poes. There are 10 big Poes as well across the land of Hyrule here, in the field specifically. And if you do capture them all, you do get a reward for doing so, which is another bottle. So if you're starved for having your fourth bottle, your fourth and final one, that's the way to do it. But in order to take down Poes, we're going to need an item that we don't have yet. And I've never actually completed the quest, just because some of these Poes are hard to get across, or hard to get. Only because they just like that one right there. Like, as soon as they appear, they hit a wall, they disappear. Very annoying. Woo! Excuse my sneeze there, man. Woo! Well, it must be getting dusk because we are going to the desert. This is Gerudo Valley. Normally, we couldn't make it over here, but if now you can't get over here by means of two ways: the hook shot and Epona. Normally, you're probably gonna get across here with Epona because you know it's the thing that's obvious. Cannon jumper away! Let me get here and talk to this man who has a very large mouth. I am a master craftsman! Those Gerudo thieves, they broke the bridge! I was going to fix it, but all my workers are gone! They said working as carpenters isn't cool, and they went to the Gerudo's fortress to become thieves. Hey, you! If you're going to the fortress, would you mind finding out what my workers are doing over there? Not now. I got your saw, though. Hey, that saw, it's mine! But I thought I left that saw with my old lady. Oh, well. My biggoron tool broke, so I was going to go on sea to get it repaired. Your coming here is a great timing. You give me my saw? Good kid, thanks. I'm sorry that I can't give you something as good in return, but take this anyway. And now we get the poacher saw. You got the broken Goron sword. Visit Big Goron to get it repaired. So it looks like we need to head up to the Death Mountain now. What, Navi? I wonder what's going on in the forest right now. I'm worried about Saria too. We'll talk to her later. For sure, we'll talk to her later. Oh, I wasn't going fast enough. Epona, let's get back this way. Alright, now we gotta turn around. Up and going, up and at 'em! Huzzah! That's risking it. Risking an animal's life. Just get it across a canyon. Alright, we need to get down this hill. Epona! Are you stuck? Yes, you are. There we go. See, Epona can't jump off all cliffs. Only specific context-sensitive ones. So now we need to actually show this off, is that we need to get to Death Mountain again. Yeah, this training side quest gets you everywhere and anywhere. So let's head up to Death Mountain as we all headed this way. I might cut this out too, because this is a lot of tedium just to get past the field, because we've seen this up to a point. So I might only be getting maybe 3 episodes out of this. Because a lot of this session is just getting this trading side quest done. And I probably am gonna get into all one episode, just cutting it out in its own right. So with that said, folks, I'm hoping you're again having a fantastic day as well. Hope you guys are. Because it's always good to be happy. Be calm and you'll make through this. Yeah, I know, that is Kakariko Village. Yeah. Alright, so we're getting closer and closer to Kakariko Village here. As I'll probably be cutting out a lot of the blatant backtracking that is crossing the field for not arbitrary reasons. It's just so it saves up on time and such, so let's head up here. Up to Death Mountain. I haven't used the Master Sword yet to attack anything yet, but the Master Sword, it's kind of weird we're getting the combat with the Master Sword now. The Master Sword is a one-handed sword, but you can use your shield on as well when guarding. As you notice, we do have the Hylian shield. That's the same shield we bought back 7 years ago. So, but as you can see here, this plant here was meant to get you that piece of heart we got earlier. But we want to use this plant to actually fly up this way, as it is a quicker shortcut. Bear that in mind. Because oh boy, gotta get across this really fast. The volcano is active. That is a proven fact. Come on, there. Use a hook shot to kill these things off, because we don't have a slingshot, so use your hook shot as a way of getting around these things. And we're going to have to make this trek up like this very, very quick if we're going to get the biggoron sword first. Okay. Up here. Come on now, hey, you! Get out of here. There we go. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get the biggoron sword at this point, but we're going to try. Definitely going to try. And they'll probably count it for this session, though, because we're not going to get to, probably not going to get to the first dungeon of the game tonight. Because I want this sword as early as possible. Oh yeah, what's going on? My brother opened a new store. It's a Medigoron store. However, I'm better at making blades. Hylian Carpenter praised me for my skills. I am not lying. That broken knife is surely my work. I really want to repair it. But because of yesterday's eruption, my eyes are irritated. There are fine eye drops in Zora's domain. You will find them if you go see King Zora. Please go get the eye drops. Sure thing. You got the broken Goron sword and retrieved the prescription? Go see King Zora. Well, we're going to have to backtrack off the, we're going to have to backtrack just a little bit from that, though. Bear that in mind. We've gotten all the stuff preparations to actually get the Goron sword. But as of right now, we're going to have to go into an ice dungeon. Yep, ice dungeon. before getting into before actually getting to what is considered to be the first dungeon of the game. We're going to be doing sort of a pace breaker, which is kind of be a little annoying. But this is it's a really weird backward way of doing things. But as of right now, we're gonna go free King Zora, because we all know what happened to him. This is usually how I play the game as well. It's where I usually try to get the biggoron sword as early as possible before the first dungeon. And if that's the case, I was hoping to get enough rupees to actually get it. That's like 30 gold skulltulas. And so, since I'm a little bit short, I'm actually getting the skulltula account. We're going to have to break away from the side quest that is the biggoron sword to tackle a dungeon in a different order. Because we're going to be getting after our first another major item. An item for a dungeon we're not going to be able to tackle yet. Now, it's kind of weird that if played by your cards right, you potentially can do this dungeon for... Well, actually, you can't. But it's good to get everything... And you know what? Everyone does their playthroughs differently. And you know what? I'm going to do mine differently. This time, however, we are going to take a shortcut since we placed this plant here. Huzzah! Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Wah! I jumped off. I should have... Ah, well. We'll get that piece of heart later. Because right now, we're going to be going to a place called the Ice Cavern. The Ice Cavern is a dungeon, or originally, it was originally going to be the water dungeon of the game. As the medallion for the place is actually based on ice, not water. But for whatever reason, they took down the ice dungeon in favor of a water dungeon. So we're going to the Zora's domain and seeing what's happened with them, because we've already seen that the forest is overrun with Dagobabas. Death Mountain is erupting like crazy. What happened to the Zora's domain? Let's go find out, shall we? Frozen? No! Well, to be fair, it was cold once we were here earlier. And I guess with the changing of the times, Zora's domain is frozen, and King Zora is covered in ice! Red ice at that. An ice that we can't break. But if we do get some blue fire, we can potentially unthaw him. Now, there was blue fire back then in that potion shop, but we didn't have the money for it. So we're going to have to find some naturally. Now, normally you're supposed to go to this place after getting, after getting certain events in the game, to be fair. But we're going to try to break the cycle. We're going to break the whole linearity. As some people may not understand that, yes, you can do a certain amount of things out of order. And apparently Link did not know how to jump there. He should have jumped. Ay, ay, ay. And this is really cold water. Like, this is what gets you hypothermia almost like instantly. This is something you wouldn't want to swim in, to be fair. Let's go up this way. We are sliding around on ice. This is the only time we're actually seeing ice in the... Well, I can't say that for sure. Ganon's tower will have it, so we'll have some sort of ice physics. Alright, now you're going to jump like that. And jump! There we go. We got a piece of heart all the way out here. First off. Sweet. Oh, it's coming from over there. We jump over this way. I usually try to roll off a ledge because that automatically will make Link jump, usually by default. Jump this way. And we're gonna jump this way, like so. Again, it is ice physics, so watch out for that, as you will be sliding around like nothing, like no one's business. We jump up into here, And let's get into the ice cavern.